if a man splits the bill with a woman, he does not take her serious and he does not like her enough. Because as a man, if you're whipped on a girl and you think she is so beautiful, she's so amazing, I really like her, I've got the bill covered.
We've been raised that men and women are equal.
But they're not equal. They will never be equal. We are not equal individuals. But why do you think a woman should offer? Like, what is your thing? Do you feel like it just makes her too obnoxious if she doesn't offer?
Because if she doesn't, it comes across that she thinks she's entitled to it and she isn't. Yo guys, welcome back to another episode on my channel. I'm sitting in this spot, which means I've got a great conversation lined up for you today. You know, on this channel, we love to talk about all things dating, relationships, and seeing what we can do to attract the kind of person we want. So without further ado, please welcome Liana to the show.
Hello.
Welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. She came from a biomed shift today, didn't you? What time did you finish work?
12, but I started at like 7 a.m. So
on the weekend, and same again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mate, these scientists out here, no rest for the wicked. No rest for the wicked. So Liana, I'd like to jump straight in. So tell us your age or your age range. And then one thing about you a guy should know for him to take you on a date.
So I'm 23, but it's my birthday in like 4 weeks. So
Okay.
24 soon.
Okay.
Date-wise, I feel like they have to be kind. I have to get along with them initially if I want to go on a date with them. And I think my ideal date would be maybe like dinner, like in Central or something, like a nice like dinner spot for a nice view maybe.
Yeah. Okay. She's like, I want that rooftop dinner, baby. Give me that first date. So when you say like you want to get to know them first before you go on a date, does that mean like, does that mean if you like go out with your friends or something, if a guy like just cold approaches you, you wouldn't really be open to it because you don't really know him that well?
The thing is, I actually had this conversation with someone the other day.
Okay.
I feel like if a guy comes up to me, I just automatically think he's going up to every other girl. So it's very controversial because obviously a guy should sort of approach a woman, but then there's that side where I feel like, are you doing that to every other girl that you meet or just like very open to it? Because I don't like a guy who's not like loose, but a guy who's just always moving to girls. I don't like that.
Yes.
I want him to sort of be a bit closed off, but then if he's closed off so much, then he won't really meet a woman. So I don't know. It's very controversial.
I think especially would you approach a guy yourself?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. I mean, if they're my type and there's eye contact, then maybe I would. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel that's so rare to find like a girl who'd be like, yeah, like if we made eye contact, I would make the move. Have you done that before?
Yeah.
Tell us how you do it.
Well, I've approached guys on Insta before.
Okay. That doesn't
face to face. Maybe when I was like really young, like in my teenage years. Okay. But I think at the age I'm at now, I just feel like I can't be bothered for it. Like, do you get what I mean? I don't know, like
men aren't worth it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm just sort of focusing on myself.
Sure.
But yeah.
So it's not that you wouldn't do it today. That's just not your focus right now.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think if, like, let's say I'm alone and like I'm at a bar or something, I meet and I see someone there. If I feel like they look approachable, maybe I'll go up to them. But I feel like nowadays, if I go up to people, it's not really to move to them. It's more to have a conversation because I see it like everyone's got different life experiences. And when you speak to people, you can know about their life and you can build connections. So I see speaking to people as transactional now more than flirty, move to them, have a good time. Do you get it?
Yeah, I guess it's always good to start from a place of keeping it very chilled, low stakes.
Yeah, and then if it's something where you think, oh, like we click and they're interested, then maybe speak to them about, setting a date and getting to know each other one-to-one.
Yes, yeah, of course. And like you said, generally for you to approach a guy, he has to be like your type. So for the fellas watching, what's your type?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I don't really have a type. It's
every girl says this, but you put an attractive guy out there.
I feel like any guy can be attractive. Like he can have a baby face and he can be good looking. He can have a full beard. He can be good looking. Like as long as you're somewhat nice to look at, like if you're somewhat attractive, then that's fine because I think the attraction physically draws you in initially.
Yes.
And then the vibe that you give off is what makes the person stay.
100%. 100%.
I feel like I would consider myself quite tall for a girl, so I feel like I would need someone 6 foot minimum. But then someone who's 6 foot, but then someone who's 6 foot might be a piece of shit. So, and the guy who's 5'9" might respect me so much more. Do you get it? So, the things that girls have in place, he's got to be 6 foot, this, that. He might not respect you, even if he's got all the things that you want physically in your type. It's like superficial. Do you get it? So,
yeah, he may not be the character, the person you're looking for. So you wouldn't be, how tall are you?
Like 5'6.5".
5'6". Okay, so you're not crazy
5'6",
tall.
5 foot. I'm not that tall, but compared to a lot of my friends, I'm not the tallest at my friendship group.
Yeah, so. I think the average height for women is like 5'4", 5'5", which I was really...
I think it's 5'4", 5'5". Yeah,
I was really surprised when I heard that because I thought that was quite short. I thought it was like 5'6", 5'7".
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think it's 5'5" is average for a woman.
Yeah. And a lot of girls do say like, I want a guy who's 6 foot, but like most guys are taller than her anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, you know, when girls are like 5 foot and they want a man who's like 6 foot, that really pisses me off.
Wait, but you're like 5'6". Why do you need a guy who's 6 foot?
Yeah, but okay, no, you know what? No, because you know what? When guys
you are the girl you hate.
No, but when guys say they're like 5'9", for example, or 5'10",
yeah.
I met a girl who was about 5'9", 5'10", and she's taller than any guy I've met that's 5'9", 5'10". So I feel like guys say that they're some height when they're not actually that high.
That's
and they
true.
come across shorter. Do you get it?
Oh yeah, because they've lied about it.
Well, they've lied, yeah, because a 5'10" guy is not the same as a 5'10" girl. Like, I'll say that for a fact.
Yeah, a 5'10"
so
girl is
different.
quite tall.
Yeah. So guys just they're just not honest about their height. And I think that's a lot of pressure to it as well, because girls always say 6 foot this, 6 foot that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. It's funny because it is, I feel like a lot of guys who are 5'10", 5'11" will say they're 6 foot.
But they're actually not. Like, there's a big difference between it as well.
Yeah, 100%. And guys who are like clearly 6'2" or 3, like, well, they'll just say what their height is because they know
I feel like the ones that
metric.
don't beat around the bush, you know that's their height.
Yeah, so true. What would you say the equivalent, what's something that maybe girls will underrepresent to kind of appear more to guys, would you say? Is there like an equivalent?
I think wearing makeup. Like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of girls will wear makeup but they'll look completely different. And I feel like it's not their fault. Obviously, I don't look the same with and without makeup. Like, it's the same for every girl. But I feel like I don't agree with girls caking so much.
Yeah.
I thought there should be some sort of natural beauty to it, and girls should appreciate that as well.
Yeah, I think they should definitely appreciate that about themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely also as well, like, you don't want to... Not saying that you wear makeup purely to attract guys, but you don't want to attract a guy when you're wearing so much makeup, you don't look how you normally look, because then he's going to get a different perception of you. And if you're kind of just enhancing what's already there, then you're going to attract the guys who are going to be like,
But I think it's not just that. I feel like it's not classy either. Like,
I don't disagree.
I feel like, you know, if a woman's wearing so much makeup, it looks sort of tacky to an extent.
It looks almost performative.
Yeah, like, I feel like less is more, and it says, like, it shows your features more as a woman when you've got less makeup on. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I think it's just have confidence more in what you have as opposed to trying to be something that you're not. Like, it's like guys, you know, I hear it a lot of the time, girls say that guys will try and portray to be a type of guy, and then she gets to know him and he's not that guy. Yeah, see, that's a big one. Like, I feel that's how a lot of time is wasted when people date nowadays, because they're perceived as something they're not. Which is scary, to be fair, because people are wasting a lot of time dating. Like, I'm hearing things from people like there's not a lot of good quality people out there anymore because people just lie about who they are. Yeah, I think dating has almost become like a sport. Yeah. For a lot of people. Yeah. I think dating back in the day used to be about to find someone that you can build a life with. Yeah. And now dating is a sport. It's just like, I'm dating this person. This person is just kind of casual. This person may be serious. We'll see what happens. Yeah. There's something Esther Perel says. She says that, you know, back in the day, it used to be one person for life. Now we do one person at a time. Yeah. And I feel like it's not nice because I feel like, I see it from a spiritual point of view, right?
Yes.
I feel like as humans, we're not meant to have so many partners. Like, I don't think this is right. Like even like celibacy as well. Like it's better to be celibate than to be sleeping around.
You don't have to share this. Are you celibate?
Yes, right now, yeah.
Oh, what do you mean right now?
Like I had a partner before, so I wasn't celibate. But like if I'm not in a committed relationship,
yes,
I don't sleep around. I feel like that is completely wrong.
I think that's the right. I think that's even in the woman's best interest to do that.
Yeah, I mean, not just for women. I don't want people to think that I'm being sexist. I feel like it's the same for a man. Like if I'm dating someone and I know that they've slept around a lot, that will like automatically put me off. Like I won't take that person serious because I think like a lot of men say, oh, like women can't have high body counts, they can't sleep around, but it's the same for a man. A man shouldn't be sleeping around either. That's your body. Like you shouldn't let everyone or anyone have access to you as a human being. Like, because if I hear stories about guys sleeping around, I just think he's easy. I see it the way men see women.
How men see women.
Yeah, I see it as you're so easy and pathetic to allow women
you're
to
so
just get
pathetic.
But that's how I see it. I feel like they are pathetic because why are you sleeping? Are you that weak that you can't say no to like what's the word? To like having an urge to sleep around. You get it? Like
I hear that. I guess that is true. It takes two people to tango, but I guess a lot of maybe what some people would say would be like, well, it's generally the woman who gives consent because usually guys are kind of up for it, I guess.
Yes and no, but there are rare situations where, you know, the guy doesn't want it.
Of course.
I think it's more for women. Like women do feel very, very pressured to do certain things with men.
Right.
And I think it's, again, our generation because men don't respect themselves and they don't respect women. Like, I feel like back in the day, men used to take care of women. That's how it used to be. And now it's not really like that. And I feel like men and women are just fighting for that spot to... Like men are very feminine nowadays, which never used to be the case. So I feel like men and women do clash a lot in today's generation, which is sad.
Yeah, I think a lot of the men not taking care of women anymore is because, you know, there's this narrative of you're strong and independent, right? You don't need a man.
Yeah.
And a lot of this proclamation of she can do it herself and stuff. And it's true, like women of today don't need a man. That doesn't mean that they don't want one. But I guess that's probably a big reason why a lot of guys feel that they don't need to do that for women.
Do you know what it is? I feel like there's a massive concept of all men cheat. Now, I feel like women are forced to go out and get a job and be independent because they're scared. Because, you know, back in the day, like even with my grandparents,
yes,
my grandma used to give her paycheck to my granddad back in 40 years ago, 50 years ago. That's how it used to be back in those days. And then if that man leaves you, then what are you left with? Do you get what I mean? So even now, there's that concept that when a woman relies on a man, everything he holds the power, and women don't like that. That's why they want to be independent.
Why? Because you're completely right. Like back then, like you saying your grandma giving your granddad her paychecks.
Yeah.
Why do you think women are fearful of having that dynamic today?
I think it's just like, it's so easy to cheat on your partner is what I've heard. Like there's dating apps, there's Insta, there's naked girls on TikTok. So
very true.
Even when someone's married, there's a lot of infidelity involved in a lot of relationships nowadays. So I feel like, you know, I see on TikTok all the time, oh, like my husband provides everything for me, but he cheated on me. People say always have a backup plan. Like, and it's sad that women have to think like that. But I feel like that is the reality of today, that a lot of men cheat and it creates a fear in women.
Well, yes, but the irony is men and women cheat at roughly the same rate now. It didn't actually used to be that way.
I do think that as well. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Before, I think the stat is men cheat around 27% of the time and women cheat around 25% of the time.
Really?
So it's a lot closer, whereas apparently the rate at which men cheat hasn't changed.
Okay.
But for women, it's gone up.
So what was it before? Like, I'm guessing less than 10%.
I think it was like 15%.
Okay.
But now it's like 25%.
Yeah,
so the rate of cheating.
That.
Yeah. So the rate of cheating has gone up for women. I think part of it might be because, you know, they have the freedom to choose what they want to do. So when you give people the power to be free, they make their own decisions as opposed to being restricted. But yeah, they have their own money, so they can, you know, I mean, there's you know, you have sugar mamas now sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
To be fair, I feel like that's always been a thing, but I guess not as much because a lot of the time back then women really have their own money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
I feel like even if a woman has her own money, even if a man has his own money, cheating just shouldn't be in the picture. Like,
I agree.
But I feel like, do you know what it is? I feel like if a woman makes more than her husband, she feels like she's got more power in the relationship, and she may feel like she wears the pants and then she'll go cheat. So I've seen stuff like that on TikTok. Like, they feel like they've just automatically got more power. They respect their husband less because he's making less money. So I think that's another big thing to it.
I agree. In your opinion, do you think a girl can respect a guy the way that she would need to for the relationship to work if she is making more than him?
I'll be so brutally honest.
Be real, girl.
I feel like, no, I don't think so. I feel like...
Why?
It depends. Like, let's say I'm in a relationship, I'm married, and I'm making more than my husband.
Yeah.
If I know he's genuinely a good man, like I've got no fear of him cheating, he's honest, he's loyal, I don't give a shit, then you're my life partner. But if it's a case where a woman is dating a bum, but she's stuck in a toxic relationship and all of a sudden she's making more money than him, she's not going to respect him like she did when she had nothing, for example. So I feel like it's different for each situation.
I get. So what about the situation where he's a good guy, she's a good woman, but she gets a couple of promotions where she significantly starts to out-earn him? Because I think that does happen.
Yeah.
And I do think she does lose respect for him in that situation, even though he's a good man.
Is that what you think personally, that she would lose respect for him?
Yeah. Because of the reasons you said.
Yeah, but I feel like if they're your life partner, like when you get married, you're giving your life to that person to be with them forever, basically. So
that's the idea.
Why should money? Yeah, that is the idea, which obviously doesn't always happen like that. But like, why should money change that? Like, I feel like money is such an artificial thing in the world. Like, money doesn't buy happiness. People think it does, but deep down, I don't think it does. Like, there's like happiness can't be bought. Loyalty can't be bought.
True.
Genuine friends can't be bought. No amount of money can give you any of those things. Loyalty, respect, none of that can be bought.
I agree with you.
And they're priceless.
I completely agree with you. I think in regards to the money can't buy happiness, I agree. I think for a lot of people, I think money buys freedom and freedom buys happiness. Does that make sense? Now that depends, because some people might work 12-hour days and they're earning all the great money in the world, but they don't really have freedom. So they're not happy. And they're like, oh, I'm earning all this money, but why am I not happy? It's like, because the reason you want to have money is so you have the freedom to be who you want to be in the world. Yeah. So there's no point earning a bunch of money if you can't do that.
Yeah.
But I think for women, when they do start out earning their male counterpart, I think a lot of women, even though we have this equality, independent, a lot of this stuff, I think for a lot of women, they still like a guy to play the provider role in the relationship.
That was the argument that I would have said,
Yeah. And so he may be a great person, but if she feels that part of the reason why I've chosen you is because I do like a man to play the provider role, and then she starts playing that role, even though he's great, I think that's why she loses respect for him. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah, because this was another point I was going to make. Like, in a relationship,
yes,
I feel like a man and a woman have two different roles. I feel like the man's role will always be to provide for the woman, no matter what. Like, his job is to make her feel safe, to provide for her, like financially as well. Like, just so many things. A man should always take care of his woman, whereas a woman's job should be to like create a loving home and like, you know, mentally take care of that relationship. That's what I believe in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not always like that, is it?
Do you find, because that's quite a traditional
it's
view,
very
right?
traditional, yeah.
Do you find it difficult to find that nowadays for you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the thing is, if I speak to a guy, like for example, first dates, I feel like I'm not going to pay for a first date. I'm not even going to ask to split it. A few years ago, I would say, do you want to split it?
You wouldn't even offer?
I don't think so. No. I used to, but Liana, to my defense, I used to offer. When I was 19, 20, 21, I would often be like, do you want to split it? But I feel like my brain has developed differently now. Like after 22, I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm not going to I'm not going to offer because
she's out in the real world and she's like, oh, this is what the real world costs? Yeah, I'm not paying for nothing. I pay for shit. That's actually what happened. Her brain didn't develop. She entered the real world and she's like, I don't like paying for shit.
I'll forget my first job. I'm not paying.
She's like,
no, but you know what? That's another thing though, right?
Yes.
I feel like I come from a financially stable family, which I'm grateful for.
Yep.
So if the man I'm with cannot top that, I don't want to know.
When you say top it, what do you mean?
Like, why should I pay for half the date? Would my dad make my mum do that? No.
That's different though. Are your parents married?
Yeah.
Okay, they're married.
Yeah.
When you first meet a guy, you don't owe him anything.
But I feel okay.
He doesn't owe you anything.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying a guy shouldn't pay. Yeah. I agree a guy should pay.
Yeah.
But you should offer.
But why do you think a woman should offer? Like, what is your thing? Do you feel like it just makes her too obnoxious if she doesn't offer?
Because if she doesn't, it comes across that she thinks she's entitled to it and she isn't.
Then do you know what I would say? I would offer, but if he does make me split it, then I wouldn't speak to him again because no. But I've actually read this so many times and I've seen it on TikTok. Like, you offer and you say, I'd say to you, do you want to split it? If a man splits the bill with a woman, he does not take her serious and he does not like her enough. Because as a man, if you're whipped on a girl and you think she is so beautiful, she's so amazing, I really like her, I've got the bill covered. That's what he would say.
I understand.
And if he's not financially stable, then he shouldn't be near me then.
I understand why you would think that. But we live in a different time now.
Why is that?
Well, because
men act feminine.
Well, we've been raised that men and women are equal.
But they're not equal. They will never be equal. We are not equal individuals.
Hold on. I'm not contesting, right? I'm explaining to you why it might happen where a guy still likes the girl, even if he splits it. If men have been raised that a woman is equal to him and that he should treat a woman the way he would treat a man.
Yeah, right? That's scary though.
Yeah, you ask for equality, right? Like, don't ask for equality and then be like upset that you get it, right? So that's why, because it's like, okay, well, I'm not in like, because back in the day, right? Not all the time, but sometimes it was quite transactional. So a guy would be like, right, if I'm paying for you, you're giving me sexuality. Okay. That's the transaction. Then we got to a point where it's like, no, just because you pay for a woman doesn't mean she owes you her body, which is right.
Yeah.
But now we've got to the point, well, just because a guy asks you out on a date, that doesn't mean you're entitled for him to pay for you, which you're not.
Okay, then let me argue with that.
Go on.
Me specifically,
yeah,
I'm not going to go on a date with a man unless I know he's a good quality person. If that means we talk for 4 weeks and we're not linking, I will go 4 weeks without linking you. Because, I see it as my time is precious. I don't even have a lot of friends because I feel like it's all energy exchange. Like the people you hang out with can poison your mind or they can influence how you think and feel. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't chat to bare man because I just feel like that's just, you're putting so much energy into these people. Like, you know, when people go on hinge dates, every week, different hinge date, every other day, different hinge date. I feel like that's so like soul sucking. Like it's really draining for you as a person. Yep. So even though I said to you money isn't everything, in some situations it is. And I feel like if I'm dating someone, I really need to see within the first few weeks if they're a good quality person or not. And if they have the mindset of men and women are equal, then I would say, you know what, we don't think the same. I'm going to lock it off. It was nice getting to know you. That's how you shut people off.
Of course, I don't disagree with you approaching it that way. I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that a guy can still split the bill today, but he does actually like you because he's like, okay, well, we don't owe each other anything.
Yeah.
We're here providing an experience for each other to get to know each other.
But then I would see it as a friendly thing then. Like
you would put him in the friend zone?
Well, no, but if we're splitting the bill,
yep,
I would see it more as a friendly thing because I feel like as a man, if you're actually dating a girl to be serious, then you want to take care of her from day one.
Shouldn't you develop a friendship first anyway? Shouldn't you develop like a level of friendship
I know,
first
but
anyway?
Going out as friends compared to going out intimately for dinner is different, don't you think?
Would you be open to meeting with a guy as a friend first before he actually takes you out?
Yeah, but then I'm going against what I said because I still wouldn't want to split the bill. So do you get it? I don't know. I feel like I'm contradicting myself so much. it's just so like, I feel like it's so confusing. Like once you reach a certain age, not that I'm like bare old, but I feel like once you reach a certain age and you feel like you don't mix with certain people and you don't even have a lot of friends because you don't like mixing with people.
Yes.
You know that meeting people is very like transactional, and it's very like, you have to be very selective with who you hang out with and who you communicate with and who you're close with. Like, you're right. A man can like, you can like me and say, I really like you, I want to take you out. But then we go out and you split it. You can still like me, but you might think men and women are equal. But then you're just not the man for me then, because I don't agree with that mindset. And so there's nothing wrong with that. I can openly say to you,
of course,
we don't have the same mindset. You're a lovely person.
You don't have the same values.
Continue, yeah.
Yeah, of course. So let's explore that. When you say you don't believe men and women aren't equal, what do you mean?
Because I feel like men should always take care of women. Like a woman's...
Move the mic a bit close to you. Yeah, there we go. You got it.
I feel like men and women are not equal because, not in a degrading way to women, I feel like women will always hold a lot of power compared to men. But I feel like a man's job is always to take care of his woman. A woman should be relaxed, even though we need to be independent to some sort of extent. I think a woman working a job is really unfair. I feel like she should be at home relaxed and taking care of her children. But obviously with that, people think I'm going to get cheated on or he holds my finances. So it's very controversial, and that's why people don't really know what they want in life.
I hear that. I get that. So, and not to make this sound transactional, but this is what a lot of men would ask. If he is taking responsibility for her,
what do you bring to the table?
Not what do you bring to the table, but what is she doing for him?
Okay.
Right? Because he's protecting her, providing for her. And if you're a woman and you're with a man where you don't have to work, that is a luxurious position to be in. Because most people today, most households need 2 incomes.
Yeah.
So if you're with that kind of man, which is a luxurious position to be in, right? That's a luxury to be in that position. And he's doing that for you. As a woman, what are you doing for him?
Well, I feel like as a woman, like, you know, my mindset is very traditional, right? So I feel like as a man, if you're paying the bills and taking care of her and everything, she should be at home, you know, cooking the food, making sure that when he's come home after a long day of work, she's like, the food's ready, kids are fed, and it's quality time for the family. Because this is where I feel like generational trauma is created, because families don't spend time together.
I agree.
When you create that loving environment within your family and your household, it makes such a big difference to the way your children are brought up. You don't want the mum stressing, coming home after 9 to 5, stressing to make food, putting dinner on the table. Then the man's nowhere to be seen because he's also at work or he's come home late. Like, it shouldn't really be like that. But I know in today's day and age, and with inflation and everything, it's not, people don't have that luxury like you said, and it's very rare to get that. Yeah,
no, very true, very true. So you said what she does for the family, but what does she do for him?
Like, take care of him. I mean,
do you believe it's a man's duty to provide for the woman?
Financially, yes, but I feel like,
what's a duty of hers?
Okay, like, for example, if I know my husband is providing everything for me, I represent my husband. I always believe that in a relationship, you represent each other. So you need to really respect yourself, because
very true.
If I'm with my man and someone knows he's loose, then people are going to chat shit about us.
True.
Do you get it? So you need to both respect each other and yourself. So I feel like as a woman, your time would go to him. You're basically like best friends. And if he says, I really don't like your friend, and you can see he's got a reason for that, instead of acting independent and saying, oh, I don't care, she's still my friend, you would maybe cut that person off. If you know, like, they're not, that said friend doesn't have the same life goals as you and they're moving a bit loose and whatever it is, you'd cut that person off.
What if
like,
you...
things like you prioritize your husband in anything and you respect him. And even if he's in the wrong, you're not afraid to speak up. Like, you communicate and you respect each other, but you're life partners and it's not one-sided. Do you get it? Yeah,
I get that. So what if you're in a situation where you have a husband who does that for you, and there's a friend of yours, she's not like a best friend, but she's like a friend that maybe you've met at work, so you've known her for a couple of years, you get on all right, and he's just like, I don't like you hanging with a friend because I think this, and you disagree with him. What do you do in that scenario?
If I disagree with him and it's not me being delusional, then I will stick up for that and I will say she's not done anything wrong. But if she does do something wrong, like what you've listed to me, I will be aware of that. And if she does, I'll take the right actions to cut her off, because I respect your opinion, but you need to respect mine. Because there's a thin line between him thinking that and that being true and him controlling you.
And
no matter what, you need to be independent. No matter you being life partners, respecting each other, you still need to keep some sort of independence to yourself in that. Otherwise, he's going to control you.
No, I agree with you. I think for that dynamic, I think that'd be the most appropriate way to handle it for you. What's something you want to bring to the conversation? You had a couple of questions and stuff you want to ask.
Let me see.
Go for it.
Okay, so I keep seeing on TikTok
the
stereotype about women once they reach like 25 plus. What do you think of that? Because I feel like it's such a TikTok thing with like the younger generation where they think, oh, she's 25, she's so old.
So what's the stereotype? What do you mean?
That like after 25, like a woman expires or like she's too old to have kids. I see all these comments and I'm just so shocked. And I feel like, do you think it's just social media and it's people getting poisoned on socials to think this certain stereotype? Yeah.
So no, it's that sounds so bad. Like she expires. No, it's not. If a woman when she gets over 25 or whatever, she's like not desirable anymore. That's not true, because I know some guys like to say this rhetoric online, but the truth is, if she was an attractive woman when she was 25 and she just maintains herself in that sense, she's still going to be attractive when she's 27, 29, 31. Now, is there a maybe uncomfortable reality that maybe as a woman gets older, she gets less attention from men? Yeah, sure. That's a thing, right?
But I feel like that's scary though, because when I was a teenager, I used to get more attention than I do now as a 23-year-old.
Really?
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of comments. I think it's more like literally even at like 17, 18, like cars beep at you way more than when you're walking at like 20 something.
Some guys are so sus, That's so
But that's what I'm saying. And I find it really creepy because I saw a comment about it on TikTok and I thought that is so true, because I used to get way more people like looking at me and approaching me when I was way younger than I do now.
If you're loving this episode and these kinds of conversations, then I want to give you something. We recently launched the Kits Angels community. This is a sisterhood for women who are tired of what the dating scene has given them and are ready to take their love lives to the next level. It's a space for you as a woman to not be alone in your journey to love, where we learn, talk, and share our experiences as part of a strong sisterhood, with some leadership and guidance from yours truly, of course. Not to mention never before seen videos from me on how I've led dozens of women to meeting great men. And so as a thank you for watching this episode, I'm giving you a month's membership completely complimentary on me. Just click the Kits Angels link below, and when you join the group, message me the code phrase Angels Podcast and I will pay for your membership. Now back to the episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's an uncomfortable reality to acknowledge, but I think the window that women, or that's portrayed online, is much smaller. They're making it much smaller than it actually is. So like if you're an attractive girl, you're going to be getting attention from the age of 18 till the age you're like 40. It's not like, okay, at 18, 25, and suddenly no one wants you anymore. That's not real.
Yeah, you're right.
And if I'm being completely honest, I'm going to say this for 99% of women. There's always an exception. For 99% of women, there is a guy somewhere who's going to find you attractive no matter what you look like.
Yeah.
It may not be the guy that you want.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a guy out there. Like as a woman, like there's always going to be a guy who wants you.
Yeah. But you know what? I feel like it's not even just about looks, because like, I've read books and stuff where you can have the sexiest woman next to you, and you can have a woman who looks like a nerd. But you might like the nerd more just because of the way she is. She's not too cocky. She doesn't feel too entitled to you. Things like that. So I think that's a big thing as well. Like you need to find someone who's genuine from their heart.
One is for lust and one is for long term.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah, and I think this doesn't help. I think sometimes some girls think, well, as long as I'm really attractive, I'll get the guy, I'll get his commitment and I'll do all of that.
Yeah, I don't think, like it's like when women dress promiscuous.
Yeah.
To have a man, but that's not going to hold a man down.
What does dressing promiscuous look like to you?
Like just being really revealing, cleavage out, excessive makeup, things like that. I feel like you will get attention, no doubt, but it's the wrong type of attention. And this is why even with me, I feel like doing Insta for so long, I take outfit pictures. Some can be more revealing than others.
Yeah.
And as I grow older, I feel like the best thing is to stay classy and to be a bit more reserved and be more modest, because that will give you better, genuine attention.
It'll give you,
and you get less attention as well, in a way.
Yeah, what I would say is that it gives you retention, not attention.
What's retention?
Retention is like sustained attention. Whereas normal attention could be just it's very shallow.
But that's why I feel like it's more genuine. Like,
I agree.
When I used to post TikToks, whether it was my body or whatever, I'd get so many followers and DMs, but it was just low quality men, like just messaging me and lusting over me. And then within a year, when I changed my content to make it more towards women, or, you know, my face and doing makeup and skincare routine, I get way less attention, but I like it that way. My page is more quiet and it's content I actually like doing. Do you get it? So.
It's interesting because I think there are a lot of people, especially a lot of girls who have like beauty lifestyle pages, like they want the attention. Yeah. But you were getting a lot of attention and you preferred having less attention.
Yeah, because it just wasn't genuine. I feel like knowing how, like, you know, like your male to female ratio following, that would really bother me. And I just think, who are these low quality men just following me and lusting over? I really hated it, even though that's what got me the followers and the engagement initially.
Yes.
I now get way less engagement on my TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I don't have men lusting over me.
Yes.
But with that, my percentage of female following or followers is increasing gradually. Even though it's a small increase, I prefer it that way. Do you get it?
Yeah, so, I hear that. If you understand that with that attention, it's not genuine attention. Do most girls understand that? Do they know that if they're posting sexy half naked photos, they're getting a lot of attention from guys? But do they know that attention isn't genuine about who they are?
I feel like it depends on how mature the person is. Like me, a few years back, I wouldn't have been bothered about it.
Okay.
But I had to like seriously mature. Yes. Especially like, I don't know, I feel like 22, 23, you do like your brain develops more apparently. So I feel like you do become way more mature. So I feel like it depends on where the woman is with her age and like with her life. And she might like the attention, but she may not realize if it's good or bad. So I really do think it depends on maturity levels of that female.
Yeah, of course. How can you tell from a male follower, how can you tell whether it's genuine attention and just lustful attention?
Like on my Instagram.
Yeah, sure.
Like I've had married men liking my stories, for example, yeah. And I feel like that's purely lust. And when I see it, I'm sat there and I get so angry because I think you've got your wife on your profile picture, you've got your kids on your pictures, and I'm probably just like another influencer that you're still, or a content creator that you're seeing, you're liking their pictures.
How do you know who just doesn't like your outfit?
Yeah, but this is, okay, so I know you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm playing devil's advocate, okay, but maybe he just likes the outfit.
If a man is constantly on, you don't follow me, we've not spoken, I don't know you. If you're on my page almost every day for months, first viewer, liking my stories, this is inappropriate. And that to me is you're lusting over me. Whereas, and another thing is actually, this girl said on her story, post a picture of your body, then post one of your face and see who likes what. When I posted a mirror picture and when I posted a selfie, there was more guys that liked the mirror picture.
Yeah, of course.
And you can just tell like that, you catch them out like that, who's lusting over me and who's not. And it is pathetic in a way because
thing is though,
men are so lustful. I just feel like it's sad.
So here's the thing, I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
And I think a lot of girls would even agree with you.
Yeah.
But girls play to that though.
What, like they like it, you mean? Or
well, like girls play to the fact that guys are lustful. That's why they post half naked photos to get engagement. They're not doing it.
When I post mirror pictures, let's say I get the attention that maybe I wanted. Yes. Yeah, let's say if you think I wanted the attention.
Yep.
Let's say that guy then okay, let's say I'm posting a picture to get a story, to get a guy's attention, and it's a mirror picture initially, then a selfie. Then he messages me. If he messages me after I post my body, I will automatically not like him anymore because I see it as you're lustful and I won't entertain that. Do you get it?
I get it.
But...
So wait, hold on. The reason he messaged you, because he finds you attractive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If a guy approaches you and talks to you and wants to get to know you, what's the difference? Because he's doing it because he finds you attractive.
Oh, I don't know. You've got a point there.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it depends.
If a guy approaches you at work, he's like, that's because I think Liana is attractive.
But then what if a guy approaches me when the topic here is your body? So if you see my body on my story and I'm wearing something nice and tight and then you message me, that's lustful. But a guy can approach me in public and I could be wearing baggy bottoms and you can't really see my figure. And he might just like me because I've got a pretty face. Do you get it? So there's that side to it as well.
Guys know how to look at a girl's figure.
Huh?
Guys know how to look at a girl's figure.
But if she's fully covered and she's dressed modest, for example, how could you tell? He might really just be attracted to her beautiful face or her beauty
100%.
or her aura.
That's true.
You can't tell aura online. People fake shit constantly online. That's another thing.
That's true. It's harder to tell someone's energy online. All I'm saying is that the reason a guy would slide into your DMs based on that, or when you're out with your girls and you are looking nice, right? The reason is the same. The only difference is that what's attracted him in reality, maybe because you're dressing more modest, but he can still kind of see if you're attractive.
Yeah, I get
and
what
what's
you're
attracted
saying.
online is because you've posted a half-naked photo of yourself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the reason is the same.
But that's why I feel like posting half-naked pictures, girls shouldn't be doing it. Like, for example, if I take bikini pictures when I'm on holiday, I will post them, but a part of me thinks I don't want guys to give me attention from that because it's the wrong type of attention.
Sure.
Do you get it? So there's that side to it as well. I feel like it's just not genuine attention that you're getting from these guys. Because I've dealt with it as well where, you know, I post like a nice bikini picture on holiday and you just get so many likes from boys. Like, it's just...
Question.
You know?
I completely get, and I agree with you. I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate to some degree and just seeing a different perspective with it. Why would you post the bikini photo?
Well, if I'm doing like promo, most of my bikinis are promo.
Right. So it's like a paid collab.
Yeah, like for example, I used to work with Lounge and I did a lot of underwear pictures.
Okay.
Some people might think it's promiscuous, some might not. They were underwear, that's it.
Yeah.
I stopped that after a year because I felt like this isn't who I am. Although I really enjoyed the collab, like they're a massive brand.
Yeah.
And I was really gassed to be working with them. I went to their event. Like I had a really good connection with them.
Yeah.
But I just felt like I was doing it more for the sake of the relationship than me wanting to post the pictures. Every time it came to posting the pictures, I felt uncomfortable like months down the line. Mm-hmm. So now I've completely stopped that. And I don't post underwear pictures because I feel like it's wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You get to an age where you mature a bit and it clicks in you where you're like, I don't want to be doing these things. That's not really me. So
I mean, I know a lot of guys will be singing your praises right now because I think for a lot of guys, that's that quality that you kind of just demonstrated is the kind of quality a lot of guys would look for in like a long-term partner.
Because I feel like a woman should respect herself. Like if you want to find a good man, you need to respect yourself first. And your body should be for you and then your future partner. Like you shouldn't be letting any man have access to you. Same with a man. Don't let people have access to you because it's so sacred. Like, and I feel like in today's generation, no one's understanding that, which is why good quality relationships and connections aren't formed, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that. You mentioned before about how like the sexy half naked photos would bring that lustful attention from like low quality guys. What does a high quality guy, what does he look like to you and how does he conduct himself on social media with your profile?
Well, this is the thing. If you're trying to get attention from high quality men, you need to stop posting low quality pictures.
Oh, someone put that on a t-shirt. Bars.
But you get it, yeah? That's how it is. So this is why I don't post lounge things anymore because I want to make good connections with people.
Yes.
If I'm sat there posting pictures where I look a bit slaggy or whatever, or I'm looking too promiscuous, I'm getting the complete wrong attention. So I try to go for more classy pictures or more outfit based instead of really like looking at my body. Do you get it? So that's a big thing. So I feel like when I do post outfit pictures and like mirror pictures, they're not really promiscuous. They're more look at the outfit, the way I've color coordinated.
Sure.
And I don't get many likes from guys anymore because you can tell whether it's promiscuous or not.
So if you're posting like an outfit photo and a guy likes that, do you see that as lustful attention, or do you see that as appreciation for the outfit?
No, but if when I had my underwear pictures, if guys did like that, then I'd think like,
yeah, of
it
course,
might sound contradictive, right?
Yeah.
If I still had my underwear pictures up and a guy has liked it, I would automatically think he's low quality. But that is me contradicting myself because I've posted a low quality picture. Do you get it?
I get it.
So I don't know, but that's why I get way less attention now, because I'm not posting things like I used to.
But so what about a guy who he likes the outfit photo?
Then that's fine, because a lot of my 80%, 90% of my pictures are promo anyway. So it's me putting outfits together.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But if I do have, like, even when I have gym mirror pictures, obviously you're wearing leggings and stuff.
Yeah.
If I feel like that's more, I wouldn't say it's promiscuous, but it shows your figure more, right? If I feel like there's the same type of guys liking the same type of pictures, then you can spot who's low quality and who's high quality. Do you get it?
How do you spot that?
Because a high quality man would just skip the story. Like, he's not going to like it. Do you get it? Like, I feel like my dream man would be. What is your opinion then on that? When you said you're biased, like,
I'm asking you these questions, but I completely agree. I don't think, like, I don't know why guys follow a bunch of Insta baddie models and stuff, because I think maybe it's because I use social media for kind of work most of the time. So I'm like, that's just distracting for me. I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
And also liking it, unless, like, if you don't know the girl.
This is the thing.
For me, I just think it's a bit embarrassing that someone can see I've liked this photo of a girl that I don't even know. I think it is embarrassing. Like, that's just for me.
I get so many guys, because the people I follow, they're genuine people that I've met or spoken to.
Yeah.
And that, because I don't follow people to move to them. I follow people to build connections with them.
Yeah, of course.
So when I get people following me or liking my things, I've had people, as I said, in relationships, and it's just like, it is so embarrassing that you've got a girl and you're liking a content creator or influencer's picture. Like, you have no business doing that.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And it puts me off. Like,
no, I agree. I agree. But yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I don't know why. Do I know why guys do it?
They're just lustful. Like,
yeah,
men are so easy. They are very, very easy men.
If they're so easy, why do women struggle with them?
No, but I feel like, as you said, right, with the percentage of cheating, I feel like men and women now want the same thing, which is just to sleep around. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Like, men are as easy as women nowadays. And if anything, women...
Do you mean the other way around? Women are as easy as men? Because I don't think women were as easy
women
before.
are as easy as men now. So
sure,
they're both just playing each other, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this
it is shocking though, like, the amount of stories I hear of the way women sleep around. Like, normally I feel like, okay, it is sexist to say it's expected from men, because I feel like your brain is always wired to think men can sleep around and women can't. But it's really shocking to see how much both genders are doing it now. Like, yeah, that's why I don't try to say, like, when a man says, oh, a woman's body count, this, that. What is your body count? As a man, what is your body count? If your body count isn't, if you're not a reserved man and you don't lust over any woman that's walking past, then you've got no right to talk about another woman's body count, or to say she's promiscuous, or to say she's that. Like, this is why I feel like I can have such a vocal opinion on it, because I know I do respect myself as a woman. So I can slander a man and say, well, you're lusting over women. Get the fuck away from me. Do you get it? You can't be a hypocrite. You can't be a very promiscuous person and then say, but everyone else has to be reserved. If you're reserved, then you can have an input on reserved people. Do you get it?
I do get that, but men and women look for different things. And there are some things that women look for in a man that she does not provide herself. So
which is wrong, then she can't ask for those things.
But you do all that. You literally just said, you want a guy who's going to provide and protect for you. You're not going to provide and protect him, are you?
Okay, but that's so different.
You want a guy who's 6 foot, do you not?
No, I mean, that's what I mean. I would prefer a guy who's 6 foot, but if I meet a man who's 5'9", 5'10", and he respects me, I am picking that man over a 6 foot player.
You want a guy who's taller than you. You don't want a guy the same height.
Yes, but if he's the same height as me and he genuinely respects me more than any tall guy I've ever known, I swear to you, I'm picking that man, because love and respect is priceless.
I'm not saying you wouldn't pick him, but what you want is a standard. What you want in a man is a standard that you do not fulfill yourself.
You know when I say protect and provide, that's what a man should do for a woman.
Yeah, she should be lounging at home chilling. That's what you say.
Huh?
And she should be lounging at home chilling.
No, I'm not saying that. Look, when I say protect and provide, I'm saying things like a woman's not going to get a screwdriver and fix a drain or whatever.
Why not?
A man has his manly jobs and a woman's got her feminine jobs. That's how I see it. Because that's how it used to be back in the day. So when I say provide and protect, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like
he has a larger responsibility.
So men and women have different roles in that aspect.
Sure.
But me wanting a man who respects himself, because I respect myself, that's standard. That's not the same as me wanting a man to provide for me and take care of me and love me. They're two different concepts. They're not like going into the same convo. Do you get it?
I understand what you're saying. But a man being promiscuous is different than a woman being promiscuous.
But a man being promiscuous is different. And that's something way more different than a man protecting and providing for his woman.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is that, look, you're allowed to have your preference. I'm not saying you can't.
A man can respect himself and I can respect myself, but he should still be able to take care of me and make me feel safe in my home.
I don't disagree with you. You're allowed to have a preference being like, I don't want a guy who's promiscuous, right?
Yeah.
Has a high body count, 100%. Right? But you're like saying, well, because I'm like that, I expect the same of you. Right?
Yeah.
And you're saying to guys, you're like, guys, you can't have a double standard with this.
Yeah.
The argument would be, there are so many things that a woman, that you even express, that you look for in a man, that you don't fulfill yourself. And that's a double standard.
What though?
You literally said height. You literally said money. You literally said protection.
No, but do you know why I say money? Because...
Now that's a big one.
Okay, let me tell you, this is what I said before. I come from a family...
If he pays for you, he should be able to be promiscuous.
No, I come from a family where I'm financially stable. Luckily enough, I've had parents that have worked very, very hard, yeah?
Yep.
And they give me everything. So even if I don't have anything, I come from a family that does.
Why can't you do it for yourself?
Well, I can, and that's what I'm doing. Anytime I get paid, 80% of my money goes in my savings.
That's great.
Whether I've got my family and my family's money, I try to keep to my independence because I don't even know, all of my education I didn't have to work, which I'm grateful for. A lot of people had to work and pay bills. I didn't need to do that. So although I've always been looked after in my life, at the age I'm at and as I'm growing up, I need to find my own independence. But still, even in that aspect, I feel like a man should do for me what my family has done, and if not more. Do you get it? Because why should I come from a family where I've been stable and I've been lucky enough to have everything I want, to then bring that standard down? My standards are already here and they should only be up from there. Do you get it?
I'm not contesting that. What I'm saying is that...
So what's your opinion on that? Do you think as a woman, like if she's financially stable from her family and her standards are here, she wants something above that, what do you think about a woman being so vocal about what she wants financially in a man? What's your opinion on that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, so long as she doesn't complain about being what the man wants. So for example, if you say, I want a guy who's going to come in and elevate my lifestyle and pay for me, cool. But if he says that you're going to be home when I say, you're going to stay as good looking, as stay as attractive, then don't complain.
No. He can't look. Money
if he's like, babe, you're putting on weight, you better get to the gym, otherwise this is over. Don't complain.
Then I will, yeah, because
cool.
if we're in a relationship, that's another thing. Always look after yourself. Do not lose yourself in a relationship.
Also, he might say like, I want sex when I want it. Yeah, your duty is to fulfill
but that's different. See, money doesn't mean you lose respect.
Here we go.
Money doesn't mean you lose respect.
I don't agree with that, but I'm just saying that could be a condition for someone.
But that's why money doesn't mean you lose respect. You need to find the middle thing where you're both financially stable and you both respect each other, which in this day and age, a lot of women say, oh, if he's got money, he's going to cheat on you. Forget it. There's that side to it. So it's very coming back to
the promiscuous thing. I know you're saying it's a double standard, you don't like it. But here's the argument a lot of men make.
Go on.
There tends to be a list that women have for men. Right? I want him to breed this height, this intelligent, this confident.
As in the woman has this list for a man?
Yeah, for the kind of man that she wants, she has a list of the standards she wants, right? Fine. Most of those standards, she doesn't even fulfill herself. And guys accept that. Okay. Right? They go, okay, cool. The list that men have for women is not long.
Yeah, I know.
It is literally respect me, be someone that I'm attracted to, and don't be promiscuous. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? That is it. Now he's saying like, that's the list I have. I don't care if I'm promiscuous or not. That's my standard. And
no, he can't be promiscuous though. If he wants a woman who's not promiscuous, he cannot be promiscuous himself. Then that's then you're saying, you just said women are hypocrites because they want this, that, and they don't provide it.
Hold on. I didn't say women are hypocrites. I said a lot of the standards that women have,
they don't have for themselves.
Don't fulfill themselves, and men accept that.
Okay, but then...
And this is the only standard that men have a double standard with women that they want women to accept, and men accept a lot. So when you're sitting here saying that I don't want to accept that standard, men are like, well, fuck you because I accept all of this.
I feel like the biggest thing that men are hypocrites about is you can't be promiscuous, but I can. I think that's the biggest one with men, because they always, you see it all the time, they always say, I want a woman who's reserved, but then they'll look at a woman who's half naked.
But we look at...
Do you get it?
Which I get that, but men and women look for different things. You know this. You even said it yourself. You said men and women aren't equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that doesn't, I don't know. Like,
thing is, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having that standard, right?
No, but I get your point. It's very contradictory. Like,
I think the reason for you, it's a preference.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think that is the truth is, if you're in today's world, to have a man who is attractive, successful, capable, intelligent.
Then what do you bring? Is that what you mean? Like, what does the woman bring?
No, it's not about what does she bring. All I'm saying is that a lot of women have a list of requirements for the kind of man that they want. Most of those standards, she doesn't fulfill herself. They're double standards, and men accept it. This is the one double standard men ask for.
This is why, whatever I want in a man, I know that I can give him what he wants. Now, all right, cool. I might not have my own money to that extent. He might have more money than me. But when it comes to looking after myself, not being promiscuous, not speaking to the opposite sex, respecting myself, because you represent each other.
I agree.
Now, all of these things I know I can provide. So men and women are not equal, but if I'm being promiscuous, I feel like both shouldn't be promiscuous. That's like,
I don't disagree
no
with
arguments.
That. I don't disagree with
me. Like, for example, a lot of women are very friendly with men, even in a relationship. Like, they can just, like, you know, with the whole cheating thing. Like, a lot of women can be quite friendly with men, whereas I feel like
guys who are in relationships.
No, like, if let's say if a woman's in a relationship, she can move a bit loose sometimes, or she acts too friendly, or she laughs too much, or whatever it is, she can act a bit thing, yeah?
Yeah.
So I feel like I know that in a relationship, my partner's my priority. I represent him and he represents me.
Yep.
I come with respect, because even without him, I have respect for myself. That's why I have this standard of what I want in a man. Like, with the respect thing, I respect myself, so he needs to respect himself and me. So I feel like the standards I have, like, all right, I would prefer a guy who's 6 foot. Yeah, I would. I'll be so honest, I would.
Be real. It's
if my man isn't 6 foot, it's not the end of the world. If he can love and respect me, then that's fine. So I do have standards, but women also compromise. For the man they love, they will compromise. For the man they see is genuine and respectful, she will compromise. And if she doesn't, then she's a low quality woman, because she's only after one thing, which is materialistic and his looks or whatever.
I hear you. What is a high quality woman to you?
I think a woman who doesn't tolerate shit from anyone. The first red flag, she leaves. She respects herself no matter what, even if it means she's going to be lonely or whatever. She always respects herself. She's kind. She makes an effort with her partner, with his family, with her family. She's gentle, kind-mannered, well-spoken. I think is a high-quality woman. A woman who doesn't go clubbing, who doesn't drink excessively, who's got high-quality friends around her. All her friends are like her. So friends who don't sleep around or party, that sort of thing. That would be a high-quality woman for me.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. What's something else you want to ask or bring to the conversation?
I think that was it.
Was it just that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that, and then the financial one, but you already answered it about if a woman, would you prefer if a woman's vocal about being, would you prefer if a woman, like, would you be okay if a woman's vocal about wanting a financially stable man or whatever?
Oh yeah. I think the irony is I think most women do, regardless how much they make, especially if they want to have a family, because if she's going to take time off work, she wants a guy who can provide.
Yeah.
What would you rather compromise on?
Okay, go on.
Wait, okay, then first let me ask you this. For a guy, because I know you have a standard with a guy's body count, so to speak. How many is too many for you in a man?
I don't know. I'm not going to say a digit and then people message me lying about their body count. But I think even if a man lies, you can tell if he's slept with a lot of women. So I'm not going to put a number on it.
How can you tell?
Just by the way they act. Like they're too overly confident, too cocky. They feel entitled. Because I'm very good with vibes. So yes. I can tell straight away whether a man's mingling or not. Like I can just tell. So I'm not going to put a number on it.
Okay. Can you give us a range?
Like anything above 5.
Okay, cool.
Anything above 5, I feel like it's a bit sticky. Then anything after like 10, I wouldn't speak to anyone.
Okay. So would you rather... Both great
I feel
guys.
like I know what this question is.
You know what's coming.
Someone asked me this the other day at work.
Really?
Someone actually asked me this. Yeah.
Let's see if it's the same one. You've got the same guy, great personality, right? And both respect you.
Okay.
She's so nervous for this question.
Because someone asked me this. I know what this question is going to be.
Or would you rather a guy who has slept with 15 women?
God forbid.
But he's 6'2"?
No.
Or a guy who slept with 4 women? But he's 5'7".
5'7".
Okay, first.
Because 6'2" is giving 6'2" player. Like I don't care about anyone.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's just giving player. Like
that's. Don't say that. I'm 6'2". Fuck you.
5'7". I'd rather a guy who's my height, who's gonna respect me, who hasn't slept around with so many.
No,
women.
they're both gonna respect you. It's just
yeah, 5'7".
him before him.
5'7", 100%, no doubt. Like
he slept
15
with.
is disgusting. I'm sorry, I can't.
He slept with 10 women.
No, still, I'd pick body count of 4 over 10. I swear to you.
Okay, no, I first. I hear that.
Because I don't know. It's probably not believable because I feel like a lot of women would probably pick 6'2". I mean, if I was 5'10" and he's 5'7", then I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I'd pick the 6'2" guy.
But why though?
Even
height doesn't mean anything
height
to
doesn't
respect.
matter. But I just feel like. Do you know what it is? If I know I can't wear heels with a man, I just get a bit upset. Like, there's just certain things.
So because you get a bit upset, you're going to choose a less respectable man.
But you know, okay, it depends. If
doesn't make sense.
A man who's 6'2" with a body count of 15 and a man who's 5'7" with a body count of 4.
Yep.
Even though they're both very nice, they won't be the same. Because if they were the same, one's body count wouldn't be triple the other person's.
No, they're both the same person. Well. But the difference is one has.
But then who do I get along with more?
And one isn't.
So who do I get along with more?
I'm saying it's the same guy. You're just 2 different versions of the same guy.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Am I going to change my mind now?
Yeah, I feel
like 5'7" because it's just the whole body count of 15. It's
you hear
just
that, Short
nice.
Kings? Don't you worry, man. Don't you worry. As long as you stay respectable, you are good. You're fine.
But yeah, it's about respecting yourself as a person because I feel like body count of 15 shows you don't respect yourself. Even though to some people it's not a high body count, but to me, I just feel like I'm old fashioned. So I just
there's nothing wrong with that. I neither confirm or deny or concur. What's something you would ask all guys today if you could? Like,
why do guys constantly party? Like, why do they pick the party life and sleeping around over settling down with a woman? What do they like about that lifestyle? That would be one thing I would want to know from a guy, yeah.
I hear that. Well, if he's not ready to settle down, he still wants to have experiences.
Yeah, that could be it, innit? Yeah.
And I guess I'd probably say most guys probably aren't ready to settle down, you know, when they're in their early 20s. Some are.
Yeah.
But I think most are. But I would even say girls choose the party lifestyle first.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of girls do. I feel like it's very equal now in that sense that both genders party just as much as each other.
Yeah, 100%. Let me ask you one more thing. Okay. Would you rather a guy who is financially secure, but the chemistry you have with him is very mediocre, or the guy where the chemistry is the best you've had, but he can't provide the foundation to have a family? You have to do that.
Okay, now I feel like I've been so controversial on this podcast. 1 minute I said money isn't everything. Then I said I'm not splitting the bill. Yeah,
he has to pay for everything.
So I feel like people are gonna come for me. Yeah, but
just be honest. Speak your truth, girl.
From my past, all I've ever wanted was just love, honesty, and respect. Coming from money, I didn't always want money. I always just wanted someone to respect me for me.
Right.
And because I couldn't get that in my past, I feel like I would pick the person I'm the most secure with financially. Even if the chemistry is not there, I would teach him to maybe have a bond with me. But if one's got cheating and one doesn't, I'd always pick the one that doesn't cheat.
No, we're not talking about cheating. They're both loyal.
Just chemistry,
we're
like as in your bond with them.
Just the physical chemistry. Like one, you find yourself super physically drawn to, super attracted to.
Yeah, I feel like it would have to be financially, but it depends on my life situation. Like, I feel like a man should take care of me financially more, because even though love and everything is priceless, being hurt from someone where all you wanted was love has taught me that it should be, you need to sort of look at the financial side, and love doesn't always pay the bills. Do you get it? But I feel like it's different. Very true. So
love does not always pay the bills. And on that note, we're going to wrap it there. Listen, Liana, we appreciate you coming on, sharing your energy and giving your fire thoughts. If people want to find you, where can they find you?
On Instagram.
Yeah, what's your Instagram?
Liana Foster with double R at the end.
Okay, and on TikTok as well, or no?
TikTok is just Liana Foster, just one R on the end. Yeah.
Guys, you're not going to see any more bikini photos, no more body shots. It's just all going to be stylish stuff. Yeah, you heard it from here first. But we appreciate you coming on. So thank you for sharing your energy with us. Guys, go show Liana some love, give her support, give her a like, all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.